Jesus went and gave himself over to the Father. When he died, he turned to the Father. And he died with that, not knowing what was going to happen. Now we talk about Jesus knowing everything. Jesus was a human being. And he had to have that same experience of going off to that unknown place. And when Stephen came to that place, he's kind of a model. He's the first person. He knew that Jesus was going on ahead of him. And he was able to look, and he didn't have a map, didn't have a GPS, but he did have someone who had gone along that journey ahead of him and was ready to show him the way. He had Jesus to show him where he was going. That's what this means. Jesus shows us where we're going. I don't know. That's where we're going. That's the empty tomb. We spend a lot of time talking about the cross. We put crosses in our churches. We sing songs about the cross, but that's only the beginning. That tells us where Jesus went. But where Jesus really went was somewhere very different. Jesus died. He really died. And then he was raised up. Not just so he could walk around again. He was raised up into this new and amazing and glorious way of life that we can't even understand. You know, Jesus would appear to his friends, and he'd talk to them, and then he'd vanish. And he would sit and have long conversations with people, and they wouldn't know it was Jesus until they were done. The way that Jesus' life was after the resurrection, after he was raised up, was different from what we understand. But it was real. You know, there's this passage, Paul, who comes along later. All this stuff after Acts, a lot of it is Paul. Paul didn't know Jesus, but he said, I believe what was told to me. He said, Christ died for our sins in accordance with the Scriptures. He was buried. He was raised on the third day in accordance with the Scriptures. He appeared to Cephas, that's a name for Peter, and the 12. Then he appeared to more than 500 brothers and sisters at one time, most of whom are still alive, though some have died. Then he appeared to James, then all the apostles. It's a reminder that this thing that we talk about that happened long ago, to Stephen, to Luke, to Paul, to those people, it wasn't something that happened long ago. It was something where they actually knew people who had seen Jesus. Now, of course, there will be people who will argue with you, well, maybe the 500 people all made it up. One thing about Stephen, he kind of is the best argument. If he made it all up, why would he be willing to die for that? Who gives their life for a con? You know, people will take their cons pretty far. When it comes down to, you better tell the truth, you have nothing to gain. That's one of the most powerful pieces of evidence, that there's really something to this. That Stephen was willing to give his life because he saw Jesus up ahead of him. Luke wrote that down and recorded it for us so that we would know. So that we would all know that Jesus has gone on ahead of us. You know, we're not all in a place where we think we might be facing that journey anytime soon. Some are, some aren't. But the fact is, you never know. The time that we have is not something that any of us can predict. And we know, we can be sure that Jesus has gone on ahead of us. I got it right around. We know that Jesus is going on ahead of us. And each one of you, each one of us, can be sure that we have that promise. And that where that journey goes, it doesn't end at that wall. It doesn't end in the tomb. It doesn't end in the grave. We can be sure that there's something more. And we may not know how to get there, but Jesus does. And so while you don't have a GPS, while you don't have a map, you do have somebody who's offered to take you on the way. And today, if you're ready, this is an invitation, the old school invitation. If you are ready to take up Jesus' hand, to go on that journey with him, to travel with him, then I invite you to come down. Maybe even if you have before, let's stand up. Even if you've done it before, even if you know what you believe, this is an invitation, not just to come and take my hand, but to reach out to Jesus and the salvation he has to offer. And as we consider this, we're going to sing an invitation hymn. We're going to sing softly and tenderly. Let's join together.